Welcome to our demo for the Athens Area Habitat for Humanity Constituent Relationship Management application. This demo will focus on the use cases that were fulfilled within the first sprint of our project, the acceptance criteria that were met for each of the use cases, along with a complete walkthrough of the product increment. The sprint backlog defined 2 tasks to be completed. These 2 use cases are create database schema and manage constituent. So I will first show the database schema that our team created. Okay, so we completed the database schema in its entirety. This schema was completed to satisfy the acceptance criteria. You will see that each entity is related to at least one other entity and that each relationship is normalized, meaning that there is a junction table to connect one to the next. So there are no many-to-many relationships. This schema was built in third normal form to satisfy the acceptance criteria, which also satisfies our definition of done for this use case. So there's the schema. And next, the second use case that our team focused on was the managed constituent use case. This involves creating, updating, and deleting a constituent, as well as being able to search for a constituent before adding the new constituent. So let's take a look at that. So as far as creating, updating, deleting the constituent, and searching for a constituent before adding the new one, these are all definitions of these all define the acceptance criteria. So here you will see that we created a constituent tab for easy access to be able to manage the constituent object. So by clicking on it, you're going to get a view of all the records within this object. And to create a new constituent, the user will just simply click on the new button, and a form will pop up with all the fields needed to create the constituent. To update the constituent, the user again will simply just click on this drop-down menu at the end of the record and click on edit. Here all the fields are populated with the record's information, and the user can just you can edit any field that they need to, and once they're done they would just click on save to update the record. And again, to delete the record, they're just going to simply click on delete on this arrow here, on this drop down menu right here. To finalize this task, the user must be able to search for a new constituent before adding a new one. So we have a search box here where the user can filter through the constituent table. So they can just type in any part of the record. Let me type that in. And it will pull up anything associated with what you type in here. So looks like Richard's last name is Kamey, so his record's going to show up here. What I didn't mention is that when you are creating a new constituent, Validation is built into the form, so the user cannot create a new constituent without the necessary fields that define the object, and those are marked by a red asterisk by each of the field names here. We would like to display more information that goes with each record. For example, constituent ID, last name, and contact information, which we have not been able to implement in this sprint. However, we will be looking into that during the next sprint so that it's easier for the user to assess the information associated with each record. This use case was satisfied by completing the acceptance criteria, which again was to create the new constituent, update the constituent, and delete the constituent, as well as being able to search for a constituent before adding a new one. So we conclude this task as being done. This concludes our demo. Thank you for watching.